Hello my dudes, dudettes, and everything in between. Welcome back to Clive Games, and we are going to start / continue our Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV. I got my HUD set up the way I like it, and I got my abilities where I want them in regards to, since in fact we only have one, but this is what mine looks like. I try to keep this area clean so I can see everything. I try to clean up everything so you guys can see the game and effects a little bit easier. So, but other than that, if you want me to show you how I did it, I'll go and do it in another video. But other than that, we're just gonna go ahead and start the story. So, risk flow. Accepting quests, I'm gonna do it. To be recognized as an adventurer in the city-state of Limsa, Lominsa, you must first register yourself with the Adventurers Guild. That seems fair. Now then, I'm sure you're itching to explore. More importantly, I'm more itching to make some money. But adventurers are required to register their presence in the city, and without a bit of local knowledge, you're like to get your throat slit in some piss-stinking alley. Then you're not doing your job very well, are you? If I'm going to be able to die in that kind of alley. So before you do anything else, get yourself over to the Drowning Winch and enroll at the Adventurers Guild. It's not far, just head straight down the street and speak to Greffar. He'll show you how to work that big moving platform we call the Crow's Lift, and that'll take you up to the pub. Once you're there, look for a fellow by the name of Bateron. He's the proprietor of the winch. You might curse like an ale-sodden sailor, like-minded, but the man's got a soft spot for wide-eyed newcomers like yourself. He'll set you straight. I don't want to be set straight. I'm happy being gay, thank you very much. Got all that? Good. Now run along, and may the navigator guide you on your journey. I'm a man, I don't need directions. I can get lost all on my own. This is just telling you about the duty list up there under the mini-map. The yellow looking part is the name of the mission, the white part tells you what you're currently supposed to be doing. It changes depending on what your objective is. Welcome to Limsa, Lominsa. If you've a mind to visit the Drowning Winch, the Crow's Lift will take you there. This is nice and spacious. For a pub, I was expecting a few more tables, but sure. I guess them falling on the ground is good too. And Bateron, that green check means we're ready to turn in the mission. What's up? Greetings to you, lad. What'll be? Ah, but you ain't here for the drink, are you? You've come with a mind to try your hand at adventure, I reckon. You'll find no short of work here in Limsa. The name is Bateron, and this most hospitable hostelry is the Drowning Winch. 'Tis also the home of the Adventurers Guild here in Limsa. That's why we got a desk specially for handling guild business, and why I seem to be spending more time saving the necks of whelps like yourself than wetting the throats of membreculars. Adventurers have a knack for finding trouble, see? Yeah, but trouble's fun. Keeps things interesting. Not that they need it in these parts. On account of there being trouble wherever they look. If you manage to steer clear of the fishbacks and the kobolds outside the city, the pirates on the inside will get you instead. Sounds so lovely. And if they don't manage, there's always the Garlean Empire to finish the job. Oh, no one knows what they're planning, of course, but if they're planning anything, you can be sure it's to kill the lot of us. Aye, this town seems peaceful at a glance. But look again and you'll see a people living in fear of what tomorrow might bring. Well, after that catastrophe of the calamity with Bahamut 5 years ago, who can blame them? Well, okay, well, we really are of like mind. And who can blame them? After everything that's happened, Eorzea took a mighty blow during the calamity. But our homes aren't the only things that got wiped off the face of existence by that thrice damned bastard of a dragon. It took our bleeding memories too, and no one's been able to explain it in a way that makes an ounce of sense. None, none of the folks what saw it and lived to tell the tale seem to agree on how the tale actually goes. 'Tis all foggy, like recollections from a hard night on the ale. You can imagine why people might fear for the future if they can't rightly recall the past. Maybe they should lay off the drinks then? Just saying. There is one thing we'll all remember, and that's the group of adventurers what laid down their lives to drag Eorzea back from the brink when she was bound for the abyss. Well, I say remember. Truth is, though, we ain't forgot what they did for us. This goddamn calamity spawn memory loss robbed us of their names. It won't even let us picture them damn faces. 'Tis like staring at a gull flying in front of the sun. All you see in your mind's eye is a shadow set against a blinding glare, and that's how every bugger describes it. By the way, give or take the odd goal. It's this what's got people calling those eras the Warriors of Light. If Limsa's ever got to put this time of darkness behind it, it's going to need adventurers to help banish the fear. It's going to need new heroes, like the ones we lost. Maybe one day you'll be one of them. And that's why any aid we can give to adventurer is effort well spent. What say you, lad? You willing to lend us your strength? So long as there is money. You guys, Clive, make sure they're gonna pay you. My thanks to you and the navigator and all. I knew she steered you my way for a reason. Ah, but listen to me yattering on like a sun-touched fishwife. 'Tis high time we got your mark in me book. Put your skull right here. I think I just sold my soul away to the devil. Clive Jet, is it? And a fine name it is. Tell me more. Why don't you? Oh my god, you flirt. Congratulations. You're now an upstanding member of the Adventurers Guild. You there. Oh, different voice. Sorry. You there, adventurer. You sailed in from the last ferry, did you not? What you got that smug look on your face for, you little word? The captain reported being attacked by a pirate vessel, and several witnesses have testified independently that a passenger matching your description went out on deck mere moments before the incident took place. Sending your friend signals, were you? I was dragged out there against my will. Now hold on just a moment there, officer. You've got the wrong bloke. This fine, upstanding young gent is me dear departed grandma's sister's niece's cousin, closest companion. The lad wouldn't be caught dead fraternizing with such unsavory elements. Yeah, what he said. What did you say? Oh, right. That's niece, cousin, something. Is that right? You are surely aware of the recent kidnappings? No. Respectfully then, we cannot be too trusting of outsiders at a time when the loyalty of even our closest friends is in doubt. And then you've got some bad friends if you can doubt their loyalty, don't you? Not a very good friend yourself then. Aye, you make a good point there, officer. A very good point. Very wise. You needn't worry though. I keep one eye open at all times, me and two more often than not. Now, sir, what you say to a tanker of me finest ale before you return to your duties, eh? Not a watered-down cup of piss like last time, I should hope. I ain't got the faintest idea what you're on about, officer. The winch might offer some of the cheapest grog this side of Strait of Mirthler, but that don't mean it won't get you good and pickled. And look, there's a chair over there just crying out to be sat on, so kick off them heavy boots, huh? Or walk away in the middle of the conversation. That is just rude. This young man, I think he's young, he might be old, whatever, offered you a seat and some ale that might taste like piss, but all ale tastes like piss in my personal opinion, and you just walk away. Yeah, you'll have to pay, but still. You'll have to excuse those eager, bloody yellow jackets. There's been a kidnapping, see, and they ain't got a clue who's behind them. Naturally, they've taken a clapping irons on anyone who looks vaguely suspicious, which means venturers, visitors, and pretty much every bugger else in this town. Don't take it personal, though. Us Lominsas can be an headstrong bunch, bunch of bastards, 'tis true, but given time, we'll grow on you. Now, where was I? Yeah, like fungus, I bet. You'll grow on me like fungus. Oh, aye. Welcome to Limsa Lominsa, where the sea's as green as the faces of my patrons after a few too bloody back-belly whiskeys. Now, take a moment to gather your wits and we'll start with you learning you the ways of the city. I mean, it's a city. There's streets and roads and dead people here and there. I mean, what else is there to learn? I might be the cause of some of those dead people eventually, but I mean, semantics. This concludes the interactive game tutorial. That was a short tutorial. You're taking your first steps as an adventurer in the city of Limsa Lominsa. Listen well to the wisdom of Batter and Ten Fingers. Okay, that's quite the last name. Then go forth and discover an incredible adventure that awaits you. Alright, cool beans. Alright, so this is showing you that image is for main story quests, main scenario quests. That's what we're going to be doing 90% of the time. The other 10% we're going to be doing this. I know I said I wasn't doing side missions, but these are technically not just side missions. These blue missions unlocked certain things, be they dungeons or access to things that I would like to have just in case for you guys. So we'll be doing those, and I'll pick and choose what they are, but there will be like 3 or 4 of these I might not do, but I should do all the rest of the blue missions. But I'm not doing any side missions to expedite the story. But alright, Batteron, what you got for us? Batteron, proprietor of the Drowning Winch, wants you to perform 3 tasks that will help you learn the fundamentals of adventuring. Right then, let's start you off nice and easy with 3 tasks that'll help you get used to life here in Limsa. Firstly, if you head down a floor, then point your nose to the west, you'll get an eyeful of the great glowing crystal in the middle of the courtyard. Oh yeah, that shiny giant thing that protruded out. That's an aetheryte, a device that can move you from one place to another in the blink of an eye. Ain't no swifter way to travel, provided there's an aetheryte where you want to go, of course. Have a chat with a yellow jacket on guard down there, and you'll be treated to a lecture on the workings of a device. I'm already getting a lecture? I didn't do anything yet. Before you do that, though, remember to touch the thing. Strange as it sounds, it won't work till you have. That sounds like a prostitute. Should I really touch it then? Second on the list is the marketplace. You'll find weapons and armor and all your venturing bits and pieces for sale in the district what lies beyond the aetheryte. Don't go throwing all your gil around just yet, yes, because I'm rolling in gil so far. Or you'll get fleeced quicker and you could say, why is me coin purse so light? Have a word with Swozblade instead. He's the head of the Merchants League, by the way. Give him this old Octant and he'll treat you well. For the last of me helpful hints, I suggest you meet some fellow spell slingers at the Arcanist Guild. I guarantee you'll learn a few new tricks for your tome if you decide to join their crew. Mary at the front desk is the one to get you started. Got all that, lad? Seeing to them 3 tasks, you'll take on your little jaunt around the city and help you work out where everything is. Now, I've best getting on. Run along, eh? Bugger it. There I go, sending you off without telling you something crucial. That bloody calamity's made a right mess of me memory, I swear. Well, that or the ale. I'm gonna lean a little bit more towards the ale, my friend. Any road. While you're out, if you happen to pass any poor sods that look like they might need your help, consider giving their tale of woe a listen, eh? I don't care about them. I care about their money. Sounds like a chore, I'll admit. But you never know what interesting opportunities could be lurking out there, just waiting for you to stumble on them. For example, Ania over yonder's been casting glances at you since you waltzed in. Well, I mean, I am pretty sexy. Why not lend an ear and see what she has to say? Aye, you'll like to find yourself running odd errands in the beginning, but once you build a reputation as a man folk can trust, the jobs will get harder and the rewards more generous. If you have the time, I'd also seek the advice of the smith here in the Winch. The lads as bear the title have some fine advice for them what are starting out in the profession. And that, my lad, is how you go about becoming a legend among the adventurers. or you just go out and kill every living thing that you come across. Either way works, whatever you prefer. Alright, so to leave I have to talk to her, and it is the only side mission that I'm actually being forced to do. After this first one, they don't require you to. The smith he was talking to, is helpful for very beginner players. If you're new to the game, they have access to what we call the novice network, where novices and mentors, which are people who have completed certain conditions, they've played at least one of every job and stuff like that, they can get advice and help and stuff. So I recommend that if you're new to the game. But Nania, a veteran adventurer, has some information that might be of use to you.
Well, would you look at this? A shiny new adventurer. Listen close, lad. I have some information that might be help put you on the map here in Limsa. I was passing through Bulwark Hall below not long ago and saw a bunch of herbs just scattered about on the ground. This pertains to me how? Now, I'm not entirely certain, but I think they might be in the black market wares known as dream flowers. Lominsa is a busy port, and not all the merchants that blow in across the strait are above board, if you know what I mean.
Nope, not at all. I am a completely honest and loyal citizen. You know, I don't do anything illegal. Yet.
How'd the plant end up in the mizzenmast? Who knows? Might have been a deal gone bad. The important thing is you make a name for yourself and handing them in. Speak to Sconria and she'll get you down to the first floor. Then all you have to do is pick up the herbs and take them to FFXIV.
Quite the name.
At the Octave. Being a worldly captain, he knows a thing or two about such shady goods.
Or I could just collect them and sell them on the black market myself. You wish to visit Bulwark Hall below. The crow's lift is ready when you are. Alrighty. And this mission is just basically teaching you how to interact with items. Read that if you want. It's not really useful. That's teaching you about sanctuaries. Basically anywhere where enemies can't be, or there's an aetheryte, a city, blah blah blah. The longer you stay in there, or if you log out while you're in one of those safe areas, you'll build up rest experience, which can provide bonus EXP. So if you're doing more than one class, I would recommend making sure you log out in a city state or somewhere where there's an aetheryte, which is that giant things right there. They're all over the world. So you build up that rest experience and you can earn more EXP. I'm going to try and not log out. I'm going to try and log out when I'm not in a safe area. That way I don't get rest experience, because I want to try and keep my level on par with the mission or the main story, so I don't out level it. We're going to eventually, there's no getting around that, but I'm going to try and keep myself from doing that. Yes, Adelskiff, you have some herbs you wish me to examine? Yeah? Can you get me a good deal and point me towards the black market? Any other items, blah blah blah. Yes, as you expected, these are highly illegal blooms, known as dream flowers. Oh. Can you just let these out and about like that? Okay. They are the prime ingredient in the creation of somnus, a substance whose fragrance is said to lull the sniffer's mind into the sleep of death. Forgive me, I could not resist the jest. These herbs are not more than Athic lavender, a common enough export in Limsa Lominsa. In fact, these probably spilled from crates that were loaded into my various, so I wasted my time? What? I'm gonna have to go talk to that lady again. No, I don't like wasting my time. My time is valuable. I think someone's been having a bit of fun with you, son. But not to worry. You learned a few things and made a new acquaintance. Well met. Sure. Man I'm never gonna see again. Right, ether rat. Attune to it by interacting with it, pretty much. You attune to the aetheryte. And Now we're gonna get that lecture that I wanted to avoid. Ah, another novice adventurer. Fine, Battleron has sent more than a few of your kind this way of late. Well, I mean, this is a popular game. I am Sunhimo, one of the Yellow Jackets tasked with keeping the peace in the city. It is also my charge to provide guidance in the use of this device. Fear not, I shall be brief. No. What's that you, TikTok thing? 5 words or less. Aetherites are crystalline structures. Bitch. I'm just joking. That tap into ethereal energies. They are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Return and teleport. The most common transportation spells make direct use of aetherites and their connection to the flow of ether. Ether is like magic, and it's like the physical manifestation of magic in this world. And as these devices are found in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer worthy of the name will wish to seek out and attune himself to each one. Once you've expanded your horizon beyond the walls of the city, you will soon find yourself performing the act of attunement as a matter of course. There is, however, no need for unseemly haste. The aetherites found in and around the city will be sufficient for the present, I assure you. Should you wish to learn more about the aetherites or transportation magic, I will be here to answer your questions. You really don't need to talk to them. It's a pretty self-explanatory and direct thing. These are what you use to fast travel around the world. I'll show you real quick. Like, this is the main aetherite for this city, and then like there's one here, main aetherite, main aetherite, main aetherite. This is how you'll fast travel. So you can travel to these from anywhere in the open world. Not when you're in dungeons or whatever, but anywhere in the open world. And then when you're inside the city, the main cities, there's 3 base game and then another extra one with each expansion. You'll find these smaller ones. They're called aetherite shards, and attune to them, tune all to them. And once I do that, I'll show you guys what you get. And let me try and speak words. I will show you guys why you need to get them all and what you get access to when you do attune to all of them. There we go, Clive. Now you can speak. Right, going on. Oh, I missed the just telling you. And then you can use these aetherite shards to quick travel within the city. So I wouldn't have to travel all the way back to this major aetherite by foot. I could just use it to teleport straight to that smaller one. Blade, a fine morning to you, sir. Welcome to the most replete marketplace in the grand realm of Eorzea, where every shelf groans under the weight of wonders born from all 4 corners of the world. Pray browse the stalls until your eyeballs ache from ogling the overabundance of unbelievable bargains. Now, as much as I would love to elaborate upon the unrivaled quality of our merchandise, I must tend to some cargo but recently arrived at the docks. Very good from Battleron. Whatever could it... Ah, my octave. By the navigator, I must have left it behind in the winch, along with a week's pay of several bells worth of intoxicated memories. Sounds about like every other drunk idiot that comes into my place of work. I am most grateful to have it back. How grateful are we talking? You know, half your fortune, well, thankful, or a few gil thankful? Probably a few gil. This tool is a keepsake from my days as a ship captain, you see. Needless to say, your good deed must be repaid, and what better recompense than the wisdom of a master merchant? If it is simple and sturdy adventuring equipment you seek, you need look no further than the east and west arms of Hawker's Alley. Lest you doubt, each gil you invest in arms and armor will be money well spent. Adventuring is, after all, a dangerous profession by its very nature. It goes without saying that the Hawker's Alleys boast stalls specializing in the tools of every martial discipline imaginable. And within but a few steps are bazaars and apothecaries that will most amply supply all your potion and perishable needs. Our keen-eyed agents procure a frankly befuddling range of wares during their sojourns to distant shores, so it pays to become familiar with the type of prices of the goods offered by each stall. Such knowledge will serve you well in your purse if your purse is light and your time is short, which is really not a problem if you're only playing combat classes. But verbal instruction is of this kind will only profit you so much. Experience has ever been the surest teacher, if not the kindest. I invite you to explore the markets for yourself. So we'll do that. Jeweler, basically you get earrings, necklaces, wrist rings, stuff like that. Tradecraft, I think they're like food. Oh, they're like materials for crafter classes. Apothecary, I think they're potions. Yeah, I don't use potions all that much in this game. Oddly enough, you'd think they'd be more prominent in a Final Fantasy game. Culinarian, food. You use food a lot with endgame stuff, or if you're using it for experience boost. Battlecraft supplier, gear. Yeah, you get gear. I'm gonna do this real quick, if I can. Oh, I don't have enough money. I'll have to get it in a second. But do buy a headgear. I don't think they provide a headgear in the missions, but you need at least one headgear in order to continue the story mission at a certain point. So, Battlecraft, this is weapons. Fieldcraft, these are gear, or not weapons, but like the use item, like they're weapon items for crafters and gathering classes. This is gathering and crafting exclusive people. Dyemonger, if you want to dye your equipment, but we can't do that until we reach a certain point in the game, or at least a certain area in the game that we don't have access to right now. But, alrighty. Right shard. While this is happening, I'm going to check how long the video is. 6. Okay, we still got plenty of time. I'm actually making good time this round. Alright, Miri. For the Arcanist Guild, my class. Welcome to the Arcanist Guild. It is here that we research and develop the field of Arcanima. Arcanima is the science of employing arcane geometries, intricate patterns that map and unlock mysteries of existence to draw forth and manipulate the body's etherical energies. Basically, we use math to make magic. I know, it's amazing. But if I'm not mistaken, you already possess some rudimentary understanding of the craft. Shall I deepen your knowledge of our history as well? Don't really want to read all this, so I'm going to leave it just long enough for you to pause the video. It's really boring, but it's just saying how they came to be. Blah. 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 Alright. Yeah, nothing like going to class in a video game. Well, have you decided to roll in our guild? You listen to everything, right? No, not at all. Or are you now intimidated by the thought of excessive thinking? That's just rude. Intimidated by the thought of excess thinking. Sure. I can do some excessive thinking. Your sound judgment is to be commended. Now, standard practice dictates that I introduce you to our guildmaster that you might convey your intentions in person. Due to extraordinary circumstances, however, he is unreachable at present. Instead, you may speak to Mistress Thurbergrime. She has shouldered full responsibility for the guild's leadership in the interim. You'll find her just over there by the bookshelves. You needn't be shy. Though her mind is sharp and critical, her manner is always most welcoming. Well, she probably won't try and like bitch slap me saying, "Are you scared to actually think?" Yes, I am Thurbergrime. Greetings and welcome to the Arcanist Guild. As Murray has doubtlessly explained, I am serving as acting guildmaster until our wayward leader deigns to return. I assume our capable receptionist also spoke of our art's origins. Yeah, I totally read that. Sure. Allow me then to expound upon its nature. Oh, we're back in class again. Arcanum taps into living energies of ether. The evidence of this is presented most aptly, perhaps, in our ability to manifest the arcane entity Carbuncle, the cutest thing ever. Oh my god. And the manner of magic which this ethereal ally employs at our command. Yes, and the best part, he actually fights with us. It is amazing. It's like the #1 reason why I play this class. The core of the discipline, however, is found in the pursuit of definitive solutions to any potential quandary, even on the field of battle. Nay, did I say baffle? Battle. Nay, especially on the field of battle. The principle takes precedence. If one wishes to make certain the question of victory, then one must apply the most effective strategy. An arcanist is measured by his ability to calmly analyze a situation from moment to moment and respond with the most appropriate spells at hand. That sounds like every class in this game, though. But I guess that kind of applies more so to healers than anything. The study of Arcanum will test your mental faculties to the point of perplexity. Are you prepared to reason your way through predicament after predicament? Well, if reason helps me murder things, sure. I'm always happy to use reason as a way to murder people. An unambiguous response, the kind I most prefer. Let us now see if the clarity of your words is matched by the sharpness of your mind. In Lower Lanoska, you'll find among others 3 species of pests: wharf rats, little ladybugs, and aureli. I ask that you employ your skills of Arcanima to eradicate 3 of each type of creature. Lead the city through the Tempest Gate and you will soon encounter the potential threats in abundance. As long as you remain focused, I do not foresee any opponents causing you or your budding abilities undue difficulty. Once you return from completing your preliminary trial, I will welcome you as an official member of the Arcanist Guild. May your judgment remain swift and clear. So in order to join the society that says reason and logic is the greatest thing and you should always use it, they want me to go murder stuff. Sounds about right. Sounds like what most societies will do. Like, oh, we want peace and harmony with everything, but to do that we have to kill everything. Okay. He's dancing up there, that's funny. I need to go get the Aetheryte shard for right here, and then we will go this way. We will go back to Battaron, so we can drown all our sorrows in wine, whiskey, and ale. And this is the Fisherman's Guild. This is one of the 3 gathering classes. I am not a fan of the gathering or crafting classes simply due to the fact they're just so boring. Like I had to suffer through them with my main Clive. I am literally 4 levels away from maxing all of them out. I only have one more class that needs 4 levels. And it is so tedious. Don't get me wrong, the stories for them are cute. I don't like them. Crafting classes especially. Crafting classes, leveling crafting classes is expensive, like really expensive. If you're doing it the fast way. If you're doing it the cheap way, it takes longer, but yeah, you can save some money doing it. But I'm not going to do that. If you want to see it, I can use the New Game Plus system with Clive and see if I can do it like that, but I'm sorry, I can't suffer through that again. I was nearly in tears every time just doing it the first time. Alright. All these new Arcanists, oh my god! Ah, there you are, Clive. Enjoy your jaunt around the city, did you? Yep, got my cardio workout. If you mean to base yourself on listening to Lominsa, that won't be the last time you'll visit them 3 places. Oh, I know. Trust me. I know. And now you got some ideas what's where, you can start exploring the rest of the town. You've shown a good ear for listening, lad. Stick with all Battaron and you'll go far. Hey, so long as you point me towards the money, I'm happy to help. What? Level 4? Alright. That's fine. Let me go ahead and do these Aetherite shards, and then we'll go do the mission for the Arcanist, and that should have. By the time we kill all those stuff, we should be up to level 4. Because not only does killing stuff give us experience, obviously, but also exploring new areas. Like once I actually go, excuse me, down here, just entering the area will give me experience for exploring. So they give you ample opportunity to stay leveled, which is why if you're doing all the classes on one character, which is absolutely possible, you don't have to make multiple characters like other MMOs to do every class. You can actually do everything for just one character. I would recommend focusing on just the story mission. Do not do any side quests. Save side quests for your alt classes, because the main story that gives you so much EXP is ridiculous. Heck, I remember the first time I actually, because I played one character, and I started off as a black mage / thaumaturge, and I just couldn't get through it. Like, I didn't understand what was going on. I didn't understand my class, so I was like, and I didn't know then that you could switch classes. I thought, like it was with Star Wars: The Old Republic, that if you wanted to change classes, you had to create a whole new character. So I created a whole new character, and I did that one, and I did all the side quests along the way until I got bored with them and just started doing main story quests. And I maxed out one class before I had even reached the second expansion, Stormblood. So, and then when I got to Clive, which was my main, I guess, the third character, you know, that's right. Alright. Real quick, gonna put a pause on the story. So since I attuned to all the shards, I now have access to fast traveling directly to the airship landing platform, which is not until level 15 that it really becomes usable. And I can directly teleport straight to here outside the city, or straight to here outside the city, which is really useful whenever you need to get around really quickly. But I kind of want to explore a little bit on foot, let you guys see the world. It's just a really beautiful world. It always is. But back to my story. So I started Clive. Mapping the realm, Lower Lenoska. That's telling you about battle. And I spammed back to back dungeons and did only story quests. And I had my first class leveled up max before I even finished Realm Reborn, which is the base game. So just do the story quests. So, but now we're gonna start combat. Let me check the time real quick. Yep, I think we got just enough time to get the combat going and finish up this mission. Then we'll have to call it quits. But in regards to abilities, right now I've got Ruin. Deals unexpected damage of potency of 180. Your potency is how hard your abilities hit. The potency won't change. The potency only affects how much damage you do in regards to your gear. So with Clive, with Arcanist class and Summoner class, the more intelligence I get, the more damage I do. With healer classes like the Scholar, which I'm going to do, the more mind I have, the more healing I do, and the more damage I do. So, potency won't change unless you get a new ability. And then this is Bio. It is a dot, which means it deals damage over time. Basically, it's like poison. So, every 1 second or 2 second, so long as this is on the enemy, it'll do a damage potency of 20. It's not much, but it does add up, especially with bosses and enemies that have a lot of health. So, and the entirety of this class revolves around your dots, so I would always suggest flying dots if the enemy is strong enough. Experience points, aka how you level up. You get experience points for almost everything. And you take a stealth phase. Level up. Oh my god, I get carbuncle! Alright. Finally! Well, I say finally, like it's been like days, but Carbuncle! Look at that thing. You can't really see it. I'll show you in the next episode when we go back, or when we get into the city. But it is the cutest thing ever. I love Carbuncle. I love Carbuncle so much. It is their AoE attacker. It'll stay with you for the entirety of the time that you play the game. It will go away when you log out, then you have to resummon it. Or if you change away from the class and then go back, you'll have to resummon it. But this is like the bread and butter of this class. It is like your pets are your main thing. And then potency of a healing spell. I don't really need it. Physic. It has a cure potency of 400, which is really powerful. For summoners, this becomes obsolete around level 25 and 30. This is the spell I'll use a lot at first with Scholar once I start Scholar. But for Arcanus in the beginning levels, it's actually really powerful. It's really useful if your healer needs some help for some reason at the beginning, but damage isn't really that big of a deal at the beginning of the game. But yeah, be careful with Carbuncle. His attacks, like I said, are AoE, which means they affect an area. Like, any enemy that was around this rat will get hit by Carbuncle. So be careful about that. It surprised me the first time I played the class, because like I was like, wait, why are both attacking me? Oh my god! I didn't do anything to them. I didn't even... But yeah, that's why. But your pets are really helpful in this game, like super helpful. Especially when you get to the healing class. Heck, in when you become a healing class and you're doing anything pre-level 50 with it, I honestly don't even have to directly heal. Your pet is so powerful with healing at the beginning, it's not even, you don't even have to do anything unless something weird happens. So, and these are their audio. They're floating jellyfish. Oh, we got hit everything. Ah! Ah! Carbuncle, why do you betray me so? I have given you all the love and attention. Alright, let's see. Physics. 31. That's not bad. 31's not bad, considering. And we're gonna have to attack both. Yep, damn it. Oh well. I don't know what you're saying. Well, why don't you just put Carbuncle away? But it's Carbuncle. Why would I want to put that cute little thing away? What? Oh, what? No. Oh, and you see those little orange lines that pop up? Oh my god, we're never going to get done if you keep hitting everything. I'm going to have to heal. That's an AoE attack, that orange bit. So it's telling you where the attack's going to hit, and it gives you ample opportunity to get away. So I would always recommend dodging those, please. Especially for those of us who are healers. Because I just played with my main class earlier doing the weekly stuff, and I had a tank that would not get out of the AoEs. It was ridiculous. I begged him up and down to please dodge the AoEs. We didn't wipe once, which means we didn't have to start not everyone died and we didn't have to start a fight over, but it was difficult. I swear. He was doing his dangest not to dodge AoEs, cuz he had vuln stacks, which means you take more damage, and those can stack, which means like if you have 1 vuln stack, you're gonna take like 5% more damage. If you have 2 vuln stack, you're gonna take 10% damage. He had 9 stacks by the end of the boss fight. I kid you not. I don't know how I kept us alive. Luckily enough, the 2 DPS who were playing with us, who were new to the dungeon, were paying attention and learning from me how to do the mechanics. And that's one thing I'm gonna talk about and show you when we do dungeons, is how to handle stuff. Like I can be okay with people who are new to a dungeon and you don't understand what's happening. That's fine. I am patient. I'm a patient person. I am not patient when you've obviously done this dungeon before and you just blatantly do not what you're supposed to. That's where my patience goes. Bye bye. I see the creatures beyond the city walls pose you little threat. I don't know. Carbuncle almost made me die there. It was great pleasure then that I formally recognize your initiation into the guild. From this day forward, you may proudly bear the title of Arcanist. I suggest you continue forays into the wilderness and keep the pages of your grimoire turning. There is no finer teacher than the harsh mistress of experience. And to commemorate this occasion, I gift you with this hunting log. Sorry. The enemies marked within its pages have been specifically chosen to challenge your abilities in Arcanima. When you devise a new tactic or strategy or tactic, you now have a ready source of opponents for which to test. And when you feel you can command Carbuncle as easily you might move your own limbs, return to me for future instruction. I will be waiting. Cool beans. And I got some food, which helps increase your experience gain. But that's all the time I have for you guys tonight. Let me explain hunting log. Hunting logs are enemies that you can search for out in the open world, and after you kill so many of them, you'll get a bonus amount of experience and money whenever you complete that log. I'm not going to do it unless I need to get my levels up, but you can do it to help you level up a lot quicker. So, but alright guys, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, I hope you hit that like button, leave a comment. I would really like to get some feedback on how my videos are, anything I could do to make it more exciting or something you want to know. And if you really like me, you know, my personality and all that, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you always know when I'm putting out a new video. But thanks guys, and I'll see y'all next time.